The Minister of Finance in his 2023-2024 budget presentation spoke to an incentive for corporate Trinidad and Tobago, 150% corporate incentive, tax incentive for sponsorships up to $500,000 to schools. Remember that? I'm sure corporate Trinidad and Tobago knows it because, of course, they are paying attention to things like that. We felt it very important that we have Ministry of Finance here to share some insight on the operationalization of that tax incentive. I would now like to invite the Permanent Secretary from Ministry of Finance, Mr. Dexter Jagannath. Mr. Jagannath is appointed Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance in 2023. He holds a BSc in Economics, upper second class honors from the University of the West Indies and an MBA from the Edinburgh Business School, UK. He's a Chartered Certified Accountant by profession and a Fellow of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants of the UK. His current portfolio includes the formulation of a 5-year strategic plan for the Ministry of Finance, implementation of a pension plan for daily rated employees in the public service, and supporting preparations for our national budget. He worked with the Caribbean Development Bank in Barbados as a project operations analyst, assessing and supervising institutional aspects of economic infrastructure projects in the Caribbean and member countries. His training also includes the McGill Executive Certificate Program in International Development and Risk Management Training from the Caribbean Development Bank. Mr. Jagannath will also be on our next upcoming panel, so I wouldn't have to read your bio a second time. Please welcome the PS from the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Dexter Jagannath, to make a presentation on the tax incentive.
Good morning again, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning the Honorable Minister of Education made reference to Dr. Eric Williams, how he positioned education to all of us. I myself would have gone to Montrose Vedic Primary School in 1970, Shigona's government, and then thereafter to QRC. Those days, you know, those are the days before Wi-Fi, before internet, and I think some of us around the room would have gone to school around that same period. That is important because the policy makers and decision makers are now here, and it's now our time to give back what the government at that time would have given us, a return on their investment. At the Ministry of Finance, for every budget period, there's a stakeholder involvement where the Ministry of Finance, the Board of Inland Revenue, ministries of government, the corporation sector, all come together to create or propose measures for the upcoming fiscal year. It dovetails nicely with how a school would operate. You would have the parents, the teachers, the students, and what we've seen this morning, the corporation sector as well. So you now have the Ministry of Education paying attention to what the corporations are asking for. So I am very pleased to be here today to discuss the 150% tax allowance, which is geared at corporations to enhance investment in education expenditure that became effective January 1st, 2024, and for the 2024 tax year. And forums such as these present the opportunity for various stakeholders to contribute to exploring present and future policy to guide developments in the sphere of education. It would be remiss of me, however, not to outline that in addition to the wide cross-section of policies under the Ministry of Finance, that the 2024 budget statement presented additional measures for interventions in education. One, the reintroduction of the Junior Achievement Program in primary and secondary schools. And in the past, Junior Achievement had helped our youth